Good morning, Nasty Rider fans. Thanks for checking in. Welcome back to the channel. Eric here. I'm back in New Hampshire for the day. It's a humid, rainy, cloudy day here in August in New Hampshire. Today I want to take a look at the bike that started it all for me. This is the bike that got me to love motorcycles, the bike that I learned to ride on. Follow me, take a look. Let's check it out. Alright, what have we here? A peek inside another garage. Let's check this. Ooh, what are those pretty babies? So, I believe you've seen this puppy before. This is the old 59 AJS. But this one behind it, this is the bike that started it all for me. 1968 Triumph Daytona Tiger 500 twin carbs. This is a sporty old British machine. One of the sportier models from Triumph from the year 1968. I'll take you on a walk around. I'll wheel it outside and point out some of the features and benefits, and we'll go for a ride. Hell yeah.
Alright, 68 Triumph T100R Tiger Daytona. Let's go for a ride. Beautiful day in Newcastle, New Hampshire. One thing I always loved about this Triumph, it's super sporty. It's a 500cc parallel twin with twin amyl carburetors on it. Those twin carbs really wake it up compared to a single carb engine of a similar size of that era. The AJS in front is a single carb, also pretty sporty, similar to the matchless G12 I've ridden. Same engine. Of course, the AJS and the matchless are 650s. This one's a 500. Triumphs were known for, Triumphs and Nortons really were really known for their performance at the time. And this Triumph especially, I know I'll have to do some digging as to kind of the lineage, if you will, of the monikers, because this is a T100R Triumph Daytona. This is a T100R Triumph Tiger Daytona. Of course, Triumph later in modern times, the Triumph Tiger is an off-road or ADV bike. The Daytona is a sport bike, a race bike, and it makes me wonder how related they are to this, or what the lineage was, because this feels real sporty. This is definitely lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit sportier than a Bonneville. The Bonnevilles were a lot more common. But the suspension feels softer, which makes me think this could possibly have been geared towards desert racing, perhaps. You know, plusher suspension able to soak up some off-road bumps or dirt bumps, jumps, things that type. One thing I like about this bike is it's so flickable. It's just really nimble. Just feels nimble. Just feels like feels light enough and nimble enough and the suspension is plush enough, I wouldn't mind taking this on, you know, a dirt road or some fast fire roads or something. With different tires on it, of course. Tires make all the difference in the world. Transmission's a 4-speed box, 1 down, 3 up, pretty precise. Feels good, doesn't feel too clunky. Oh, I got the wire bridge coming. These are always weird on these skinny tires. What else we got? Brakes are solid. Drum brakes, front and rear. I think this is a leading shoe design by 1968. You know, they're fine. The rear could use a little adjustment in the pedal, but that's no big deal. Controls, I think this is your horn. Horn works good. This is high beam, low beam switch. I believe this is choke. It's not hooked up to anything right now. It could have been ignition retard advance. I'll have to clarify that. One thing I like about this versus the other two, the AJS and older matchless, is the key. So you can lock out the forks and you can lock out the ignition with the key and easily turn the bike on and off. Headlight switch up front there, you can see. Headlight switch up front, you can see right here. Ammeter in front of that. High beam, low beam indicator. I think one of the lights might be an oil light indicator, I'm not sure. Tack works good. Speedometer is currently removed because my father had sent out the speedometer to be overhauled, and it came back and it was the internal windings of the speedometer were so tight that it kept shearing the cable off at the drive on the back wheel. And so he's got to send it out again and have it repaired or something. Yeah, you downshift in this thing and it just wants to go. The engine feels so smooth in the upper RPM range. It just feels happy. Really brings me back to my teenage years learning how to ride. This was a fun bike to learn on. Thank you, Dad. The old cemetery where I used to ride my bicycle around with the dog. I remember stalling it in this intersection when I was a kid. Stalling this very bike. And my friends Andrew and Ben were both on bikes with electric start. Ooh. Electric starts for suckers. Real men know how to kick them over.